we saw a new phenomenon starting in NASCAR. All the drivers quitting at like 42 years old, whether it's Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, Clint Boyer. I got a list here. I mean, it goes on and on. It seemed unbelievable that Kevin Harvick went to 48, or whatever he is. I'm not asking you to answer because I know you can't. Do you see yourself going past 42? Since that seems to be the new quitting point.
I mean, it's hard to say. Like when you're in it, like sitting here right now, like I don't see myself going to 40.
Yeah, okay. That's the one almost. So what I wanted to know.
But that's not me. That's not me retiring from racing. Like that's that. I think I'm different than others. Like Kevin. I mean, he's retiring not maybe from full-time racing, but he's got a plan to go in the booth and all that. A lot of these drivers too. I mean, I don't think they meant to be done at 42. I just think they got kind of pushed out of the sport a little bit with young drivers coming up who
Matt Kenseth,
who could be paid a lot less than what they're making, stuff like that. But then, like for me, going back to what we talked about early in the show, like there's a lot of stuff that I want to accomplish while I'm still in my prime. So, I'm 31 right now. I've been in this. I'm going into my 11th season in the Cup Series, so like I've already been in it for a while. So in my eyes, if I could race another 7 or 8 years, I can earn a lot of money. I can set myself up really well, and I can go, still be in my prime hopefully, and go compete for Premier Dirt Series Championship. And High Limit hopefully is taken off by then, and that's the Premier Series, and go try and win a championship there, try and win a championship in whatever the big late model series is, stuff like that. I'm still young. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to say, it's hard to predict, right now, but I've done it a long time, and like I said, I think what's important to me is still getting to go do and try to accomplish some big things while having the time to do it down the road while I'm still, close to my prime.
Clint Boyer, I'll see him at Sturgis every year, and we're like-minded, we're off-centered, and he made a good point. He says, when you start racing at 6 years old, 40-year-old feels like you're 100, and I can understand your point.
Well, Clint has ran himself hard. I don't think him feeling 100 has anything to do with him racing.
Yeah,
that's all done outside the race car.
You mentioned something right there, and I just kind of want to finish on it. I believe everybody in the sport, whether you've said it, I believe everybody in the sport feels like you are going to retire from NASCAR and then start doing what you want full time. And I guess that's pretty much what you said. And I think that's awesome because you're giving NASCAR 20 years of your life.
Yeah. And too, I don't want people to get spun out about it. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm retiring at 30, whatever. And that I'm not retiring at 30 ever, but I love racing in NASCAR. I would not be racing in NASCAR if I didn't love it. I think a lot of race fans feel that I don't like racing in NASCAR. I'm just doing it to make money, and then I'm going to go retire and all that. I would have done that a long time ago if I didn't love what I'm doing and love racing in NASCAR and competing for wins and racing for the best team in the sport. I absolutely love what I'm doing right now. So, and who knows, if I'm still loving it, in 8 years or whatever, I could still go race NASCAR. Your life changes. So who knows, I could be in NASCAR till I'm 50. But I love what I'm doing. I get to race dirt stuff all the time. I get to race NASCAR all the time. And it's a blast.
Yeah, well, it's best to leave before they push out. And I don't think they'd ever push you out in a million years. You fall in that category of the great Jeff Gordon. And as we saw with my dear friends like Matt Kenseth and Bobby Labonte, they pushed those guys out, and they didn't deserve that. Those are my dear friends.